Hello and welcome to another stream of Vampyr. Hey there, Senny. Thank you for the welcome back, Senir. Senir. I like that. How's it going, Crooked? Hey there, Lynchbob. How's things? Alright, so we've started the process of embracing the citizens, and we're starting with Pembroke Hospital because where I'm up to in the main story, if I go further in the main story, then all these characters will die via a different means that robs me of embracing them. So luckily I was able to reload a save at a point before going too far. So that's what we're up to at the moment. We've taken quote-unquote care of Newton Blight and Oswald Thatcher. So now I'm going to take care of more citizens. I did, thanks, Crooked. It was a good break. Absolutely. So I've got to be careful with citizens that are actually linked to each other, because you can embrace someone before doing an embrace of someone else related to them somehow, and that will put the other person automatically as an enemy, like a vampire or something, which robs you of embracing them. So I'm also making sure that I'm checking the guide to have a look at what the relation is between two characters and which one out of the two to actually take care of. Yeah, Crooked. Citizen? Nice that this game even has a dedicated citizen menu. It really is. There's heaps of them too. I think there's like 52 citizens as well. So if I have a look at Embrace. Okay, so let me see. So for Dr. Tippett's, if we embrace Nurse Brannigan first, then he basically, hang on. Might be better if I checked Tippett's entry in the guide to see. Okay. Embrace. If you embrace Dr. Tibbets, Dr. Swansea will offer the new position of head surgeon to Nurse Brannigan. This is an interesting twist and an unprecedented move for a hospital in 1918, but ultimately it has very little gameplay effect. There are no gameplay consequences for killing Dr. Tibbets. Alright, cool. If you embrace Nurse Brannigan after embracing Dr. Tibbets, there's special dialogue. But there's special dialogue either way, so there's no way for me to show both dialogues and stuff. As long as I'm taking care first of the citizen that won't ensure the other citizen gets automatically turned into a vampire or something. Actually, because embracing Tippets means that Swansea puts Nurse Brannigan as head surgeon, I'll mesmerize him. That is a lot, Crooked. It really is. And if you're trying to keep them all healthy as well, like in this playthrough, I was trying to keep them all healthy, but only up until a point. I've reached the point now where I don't care about the health of the citizens. But if you're doing a playthrough where you want to make sure that they're at full health, at the most ultimate point in the game's story where you can make sure that they're healthy, then there's a lot to keep track of. I've just got done playing Hypercharge Unboxed, and you finally unlocked a new character and story, and you can use it in online matches. Oh, very nice. That's good. That worked out well then. That's good, Lynchbob.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets. Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Yes, we've got absolutely great news. Not great for you, but great for me, for the playthrough.
I'm sorry, Nurse Brannigan. I won't witness the great doctor you were destined to be.
Oh, I was saying this before in the previous stream, but it sounds to me like the voice is going, Rum Lord, Rum Lord, Rum Lord. Hey, Code. No worry, Doc. We'll just take a little walkies to the drainage. That's one way to put it. Yeah, Crooked, what an emote to use for that. Rum Lord.
It's
Rum
locked.
Lord.
It's locked, all right.
Lynch Bob, you nicknamed your action figure the Unloved Jack. Oh, you did? Unloved Jack. Poor Jack. Crooked, that singer has some serious range, going from the deep voice to the high-pitched one. That's actually a good call. You're not wrong there. Thank you for the welcome back, Lidus. Thank you very much, dude. Crooked, the Rum Lord chant was also very popular among the pirates. It really was. Some might argue that it's the prelude song to What Will We Do with the Drunken Sailor? Oh, that's all good, Lidus. No worries at all for the shout-out, dude.
I wish I could be sick again.
In order to actually get, like, the dialogue from the other character related to the one that you actually embraced, you do need to make time pass. Rum Lord, Rum Lord. Dr. Corcoran Tippets. Corcoran Tippets, 54 years old, male, a respected colleague who worked with me at the Pembroke Hospital, perhaps the last man alive who knew me as a student. It seems that both of us underwent radical transformations during the war. Dr. Tippets was an addict and relied on drugs to keep his mind working under the constant pressure he was submitted to, even more so after he actually killed one of his patients out of a sleep deprivation. Aside from stimulants, he heavily depended on the help of Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan to perform his duties. Her support made him reconsider his view on women being forbidden to become doctors, and even got him interested in the suffragette movement. Despite his usual dismissal of all things social, he will never see his protege getting the recognition she deserved. We got 1,900 XP from this soul. Your soul is mine. Hey there, Ogorki. I hope your day's going well. It's time for Rum Lord to strike again. So because we've moved time to the next night, then the character of Nurse Brannigan should have some related dialogue to be able to say. But you love those COD video in the end, they made it to Australian accent. The OG line was Bravo 6 going dark. Yeah, never saw those. Haven't really kept track with that series over the years.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan. How are you tonight?
Haven't you heard? Dr. Tippets is dead.
Yes, I know about Corcoran's death. I'm sure Dr. Swansea will provide a solution.
Dr. Swansea has asked me to replace him. Dr. Tippets, I mean. Since he considers I was already doing his job. Dr. Tippets' job. But without the official title, of course. Sorry. All of this is so sudden.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals. Most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, Nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is anyone particularly noteworthy, then?
Nobody. Since Dr. Tippets is gone.
How are you dealing with your new position, Nurse Brannigan? And should I still address you as Nurse?
Yes, you can. And I hold fast. You don't have to worry about me, Doctor.
You don't sound particularly pleased by your new position, Nurse Brannigan.
It took an epidemic and the death of my mentor to show what I'm capable of. How could I be anything but happy?
I'm not worried, but you seem tired.
I'm fed up of all the gossip. I realize now that I'll have to prove myself far more than before.
Tell me what Dr. Tippets did. I know his mistake caused the death of a patient.
It doesn't matter anymore. Yes, he made a mistake and I covered it up. But his skills are what this hospital needs the most.
Do you realize what would happen to your career if someone found out about it?
From my point of view, this is exactly why Dr. Swansea appointed me. I thought about those who still needed Corcoran's skills.
Perhaps you're right. We all have to live with what we've done. Your secret is safe with me.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I know I can trust you.
Yeah, you can trust Jonathan. Sure.
Would you like to talk about the death of Dr. Tippets?
Please, call it a murder. A murder inside the walls of this hospital. And no one seems to care about it.
I don't sense sadness in your voice, Miss Brannigan. So what is it?
Oh, I didn't even get to pay my respects. His only son came when I was sleeping. Then he was gone. The ceremony is in Birmingham.
Birmingham. Like the line said in a lot of languages and got to Australian English. Bravo fucking 6 going fucking dark. You should link the video in a whispered and chat if anyone wants to check it out. No worries, dude. Lunchbob, you remember playing this game and was relieved when you finally found the water for the flower in Jonathan's office? Yeah, I can't even remember now in my first playthrough last year if I actually found that or not. I think I might have done. Exactly, Crooked. You can trust this face. Psycho Doctor Vampyr. Code our anti-hero. This particular tasty morsel is a bit too tangy for my taste. I prefer them a tad more lively. Now this is something I didn't actually expect to see. Doesn't say what I should actually say. Well, we're going to say this.
You've been asked to replace Corcoran during this critical time, Miss Brannigan. That means you have duties to this hospital.
Mourning is a luxury I can't afford. I'm sure Corcoran would have understood. The practice meant everything to him.
Well, it's time for more Rum Lord.
Snake! I had proved my value. I could have done so much more.
Nice one, Crooked. Praise the Rum Lord. Thank you so much for for using your bits to enlarge that emote. Thank you very much. Yeah, Linus is like, Snake! Code, does the main character turn into more darker or demonic as he takes more after-party drinks? Well, I don't think there's any sort of, physical change to him, or not, but you never know. Alright, so as much as I would love to just be like, embrace, 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 I also need to make sure that I don't let this go into the hostile area too soon, because doing so will lock me out of embracing the other characters. So what I need to do is actually create some, medication for all of them. Gwyneth Brannigan, 60 years old, female, a competent nurse and Dr. Tippett's devoted assistant. Ms. Brannigan had skills that outshined her male colleagues by far. Her mentor was the only one to realize the value she could bring to Pembroke Hospital. He allowed her to study at his side, carrying out tasks not meant for a simple nurse, while her colleagues denigrated her ability and criticized her over-eagerness. However, the approbation of her mentor was the only one she ever sought. Ms. Brannigan witnessed Dr. Tippett's misstep with his lack of sleep when his lack of sleep and use of stimulants accidentally caused him to kill a patient. She covered up the mistake, believing that he would be more useful at Pembroke than in prison. She had no remorse about this choice, but died regretting the many goals she had yet to achieve. You got 3000 XP from this soul. To analyze William Marshall's memoirs. A few ancient and torn off vellum pages taken from William Marshall's memoirs. Antidote. A serum created by following the Tear of Angels recipe with insulin instead of garlic to enhance protection against disaster's infection. Okay, so I need to create 3 cures for anemia. I've already got 1. So I can add just 2 more. Then fatigue, just need 2, but I've got 4, so that's good. Sepsis. Need to get 3 for that. Don't have any at the moment. No, I've got 1 at the moment. Whoops. 2, and then 3. Headache. Already got the 1, and pneumonia. There we go. Got the 1. Alright. So I need to go around and deliver medicine to these characters. Because as I said, if I just kept on embracing one after the other without healing, basically the whole district would go into critical, like, not critical, but hostile. Which would then lock me out of embracing the rest of the citizens.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're colleagues, after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company, even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
It never ceases.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Oh, don't worry, you're going to see a certain kind of surgery being performed by Jonathan Reed, very up close and personal like.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Dr. Darling, you're done with work and Rod threatens an NPC. We've gotten to the point now, Dr. Darling, where I'm going to be embracing the NPCs. And I need to make sure that I don't just do all the embracing in a row, because the district itself, if it goes into what they call hostile, it means that I'll lose the rest of the characters that are there. So I'm going around now and actually healing them, and then we'll have Jonathan have another sleep until the next night, and then that should allow the health of the place to go up a little bit. Obviously, it won't be as full as it used to be, because we've already embraced quite a few people.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm me, you know. As for me...
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Hey, Doc.
Yep. What's up, Doc?
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Calm down, Mr. Peaky Blinders.
And I thought love.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. But thanks, anyway.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Hey, Anmita. I'm doing well, thanks, dude. The embracing has begun.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
How's things been, dude?
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
Oh, cheers, Anmita. Yeah, I turned McCullum into a vampire, and I was so lucky because I went to where Edgar Swansea was, and I was wanting to get the items I needed for the Usher Tall Tree investigation, and I was so lucky because when I actually went through the door, I was like, oh shit, and luckily the autosave was before going into that area, so I was able to backtrack and then come back to the Pembroke Hospital and actually embrace all the characters, because if I kept on going with Dr. Swansea and then made the choice that I'm going to make with him, then the whole of Pembroke Hospital would have been gone and I would have lost the opportunity to embrace all the characters. So I was very friggin' lucky there. Oh, nice, Anmita. That's good, dude. I'm glad that you're enjoying your day off. That's excellent.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Time has lost its wonder. But the suffering continues.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, so now to go to sleep again, so that the effects of healing them take place. Anmita, that's nice. That's the tricky thing with this game. If you make a mistake, you need to restart the whole playthrough. Exactly, dude. Like, I really do hate that kind of design. At least, you know, give the player the ability to load either the previous autosave or the current one. That's what I like about Alien Isolation, is that you can reload your current checkpoint, or you can reload the previous one. I think that's a really good idea when games let you do that. District status stable. Well, for now. Inmates, you did the same mistake with Whitechapel. You embraced some of them and then slept. When you went back, everyone was gone and you couldn't embrace the rest. You had to restart the whole thing. Yeah, there is a mod that adds manual save though, but of course it's only for PC. Oh, well that's good though that PC players can get that mod and avoid that kind of thing from happening. It's just is such a shame that it wasn't something from day one for PC and console as well. But yeah, dude, that was the thing, and I'm glad that I was looking at the guide too, because it made me know ahead of time that when you have 2 characters or 3 characters that are all linked together somehow, to make sure I'm actually not embracing one of the combination that will end up making the other one turn into like a skull or a beast or, you know, whatever. Because then obviously that prevents you from actually making, you know, them, well, embracing them. Hey there, Dumbledore. Good morning. How's it going?
Another night with the glorious battalion.
Hey, Doc.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
If blood and violence is all you understand, I'm sure it won't be long before you meet them, Mr. Cox.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
I just wanted to ask him that question so we get some dialogue where he's big noting about himself before being...
Killed, extorted, stole. Now I die. Fuck it. I live the way I wanted.
Amita, I hope you like Jonathan's comment when he turns that guy into a vampire. Oh, with McCullum. Yeah. That was like in my first playthrough I actually spared McCullum. So I hadn't seen what happens when you turn him into a vampire, as in like how they show it being done and all that kind of stuff. And it was really, really disgusting and like really, really brutal as well. Me too, you wish. Let the chaos begin. Absolutely. Before I actually have Jonathan sleep again, we're going to deal with Rakesh. It's Rakesh's turn next. Like, I don't want to just embrace one person individually. Like, I did that for a little bit, but I don't want to have to keep on going around too often giving, you know, healing. Because whenever you move things forward the next night, citizens will get sick. I really wish they made it so that you could look at the map and get a vague idea where the characters are that you're after. Because I tend to go around in circles trying to fucking find the pieces of shit. Or at least make the distance that they actually appear in your field of vision in this mode. But hang on. She was healthy before. What are you doing to me, game?
Time has lost its effect on me.
Like, Oh, no, that's right. Sorry, don't mind me.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are...
I need blood.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot be understood by you, mortal. This curse is beyond your science.
Oh, I didn't have treatment for headache.
I will come and check on you later.
Doesn't
I'll
matter.
leave you, Mr.
Okay, Rakesh, where the hell are you, dude?
I know what you're going to say. I was once your age, you know. You dream of training yourself, distinguishing yourself in wars, then becoming lord of your own castle and domain. But as you dream those dreams, time flies. Before your dreams become reality, your hair would turn gray, like mine. By that time, your parents would have been dead and your friends gone, and you'll find yourself all alone.
Thanks for redeeming that Bane impression, Dr. Darling. Let's see if Rod finds the origin of this quote. Sorry to disappoint, but yeah, I don't know. Don't know what that's from. You have to say, so many modern games have a kind of eagle vision, it becomes annoying. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it can be an overused mechanic. Ah, from Seven Samurai. Cool. Well, thanks for redeeming that.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rakesh, but there's no pleasure in what's about to happen. You won't be experiencing any.
So you were the proverbial wolf amongst the sheep, sir. I should have killed you for the sake of many.
Cody could use a few pairs of strong straws. Admit the music is creepy but epic. Oh yeah, it really, really is. You know, like, there's a certain power behind it too as well. Clay Cox. 30 years old male, a low life with no consideration for other human beings, save perhaps his wife, Edwina. He was the leader of the Wet Boot Boys, one of the toughest gangs of the East End docks. The gang-imposed rules were only meant for outsiders, and Mr. Cox himself owned a large section of the black market that now plagues the district. As tough as he was selfish, Mr. Cox seemed to consider all human beings as prey, enemies, or tools. He considered Edwina to be his female counterpart. She was the only woman he ever respected, maybe because she was the only one who ever dared to oppose him. She was absent from his last thoughts, though, as Mr. Cox was too busy cursing the world as I killed him. You got 1000 XP from this soul. Rakesh Chanada, 44 years old male, the only undertaker of Pembroke. Mr. Chanada served as a field medic during the war, even though he was meant to join the regular infantry. Unmoved by this administrative error, Mr. Chanada managed to fulfill his duties by learning the ropes directly during his treatments. Once he returned, he was quickly hired by the Pembroke Hospital, whose administrators couldn't waste time checking his actual skills, or making sure he didn't stockpile the possessions of the dead for the benefit of the living. Mr. Tanada didn't accumulate social interactions. His main company were the occupiers of the morgue, and during what little time he shared with the living, he displayed a humor and serenity that was unsettling for his peers. His serenity and generosity remained till the end, even when I plunged my teeth into his neck. His only regret was to not have confounded me sooner, for the sake of the many. You got 5000 XP from this soul. In the interest of making this process as quick as possible, I'm not going to be worrying about applying XP points until later. I may as well just, do these all in a row. Something I find interesting is that if you have ore, the more people you embrace, what happens is the final boss becomes much higher leveled than what they would be if you hadn't have killed as many as you might have.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot...
Well, until the day science finally admits failure, please accept this little contribution.
Thank you, Doctor. Your efforts are admirable, though laughable.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your...
You need to just make sure to not sleep until you embrace everyone in the district. Oh yeah, so you mean don't apply XP and then sleep and then sleep? Or do you mean like, let's say I've got one person left to embrace, don't sleep and then expect to go to embrace them? Is that what you mean?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this... That's easy for you.
I'm going to start to skip
Goodbye,
some of this dialogue because we've heard it heaps before and it just adds even more time on top by not skipping. Himita, yeah, because he won't be there anymore. I gotcha, yeah, so whoever I leave as the last, make sure that I don't sleep before that. So I'll make sure that I've got at least 2 people still left.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need
I'm afraid...
No.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Himita, well, if you kill more than 5 and then sleep, everyone else will be gone. Okay. So we've killed 6 in Pembroke Hospital. Or do you mean if you kill more than 5 in a row and then sleep?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
And me to know, in one district alone, if you kill more than 5 and then sleep, everyone else will be gone. That's what happened when you tried it, at least.
There again. I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
I knew I should have fled this rotten city with Milton since the first day of the contagion.
Pippa Hawkins, 36 years old, female, a once idealistic woman who has since collapsed under the insanity of the epidemic. She wasn't affected by the Spanish flu itself, but felt helpless as a nurse when trying to face an outbreak of that magnitude. She closed her eyes to the suffering of others and decided to support her colleague and secret lover Milton Hooks while he made patients pay for a space in the overrun hospital. Still, she didn't share his hope for a brighter future financed by their double dealings. Ms. Hawkins considered her role in life to be one of helping and caring, a mission that she'd failed to fulfill over the past months. She was desperate to give meaning to her existence, and it was unclear to me whether she had managed to satisfy that need or not. Her last thoughts were bitter as she recognized me for the predator I am. You got 3,000 XP from this soul. Nom nom indeed, Dumbledore. That's for sure. And me too, although you think this district might not have that because Dr. Swansea is alive. You tried that with Whitechapel and the nurse was already dead. You think it's like this: if the pillar of the district is dead and you kill more than 5, everyone will be dead. Well, that's a bit silly though, because if you want to embrace everyone, how you able? What? I don't know. I don't know why they would do that for. That seems a bit ridiculous. I mean, if it comes to the fact that we just simply can't avoid not losing the rest at a certain point, because it might be the ultimate point where they get lost or something.
Soldier.
No.
As long.
Don't.
Goodbye.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be
Then you... Thank you. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my... Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I think someone's son is pressing the keyboard.
Good. What?
Oh shit.
Goodbye, Milton.
Oh.
Hello, Milton.
Hello, sir.
Fuck. Bloody missed fucking dialogue. Jesus fucking Christ, Rod. It'd be too late anyway. The autosave would have happened after we spoke to him the initial time. This is the problem. When I'm trying to do something very, very intricate and meticulous, my concentration starts to concentrate on things and forgets other stuff at the same time. Which then, because I was in the habit of skipping dialogue, because I was in the mood, in the mindset of healing the people, but I forgot that I wasn't wanting to heal Milton in this instance. I wanted to actually hear the dialogue based on the fact that we killed his girlfriend. Me too, yeah. Basically, if you want to embrace everyone, you should embrace all of them in a row without sleeping. You should also consider the fact that when some of the people are dead, the health of the district will always be low, no matter if you heal them or not. They'll just get sick again. Oh yeah, I was more worried about the place becoming, what do they call it? Anyway, I didn't want it to get to the point where they just all automatically die.
Hello,
sir.
Oh, yeah. Too late anyway. Fucking hell. Whole reason I wanted to fucking bloody make sure I was doing the right person first was to get the dialogue, but... And this playthrough's fucked anyway. All these technical issues I've suffered with this friggin' playthrough. It's just... Oh dear. Try to keep some kind of, you know... Never mind.
Bloody monster. Did you kill my Pippa too? I should have known.
And mate, you know the feeling you had to play this game 5 times to get all the achievements? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry now about getting the dialogue from a related character. Just fuck it, because I'm just gonna end up messing shit up anyway, so... It's time to just embrace everyone and then be done with it. Well, not that willy-nilly, I'm still gonna double check. Alright, so we've got... Milton Hooks, 34 years old man. Mr. Hooks was an ambulance driver at Pembroke Hospital. A man confronted by London's misery once too often decided to play the cards he was dealt for personal benefit. While duty required he collect all patients, he made some pay for passage. Mr. Hooks was aware of the trial he put the patients through, but believed that his system would both alleviate the work of our doctors and earn him enough money to finally leave this hellish city. The nurse Pippa Hawkins was engaged in a relationship with him and protected his scheme. She was the only person he judged worthy of his esteem, as colleagues and superiors such as I cared little for Mr. Hook's unnerving frankness. To be honest, I doubt he would have acted any different had he known the menace of my true nature. Got 2,000 XP from this soul. Alright, so we have these characters left. Next. Alright, so I'll read up on these two. Actually, I think embracing Beatrice first was the way to go. I remember reading hers earlier. So he makes a recovery. What about him? What does it say? What happens if we embrace him first? Oh, it doesn't really matter anyway, because they're all just dying them. It's just like... Because the effects of the thing doesn't happen till you sleep anyway, so... Yeah. Like, if I kill a character and their related character ends up being turned into a monster, it doesn't happen until you make the next night happen. So I should be able to just pick and choose, because I'm not worried now about getting the unique dialogue and all that kind of stuff. In Meta, just kill them all, no questions asked. Exactly, just skip. Hey there, Mr. Steele. You love this game? Ever do a no-kill run? Not yet, no. The first playthrough I did was last year, and I did embrace some characters, but only based on ones that I found to be assholes. But this is a playthrough where I wanted to embrace all the characters, so...
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But
I'll do a no-kill run
I'm
in the future at some point.
Don't waste your time with me.
I die before my son. I die before my son. No. He needs me so much. So much.
Oh, don't you worry. He's next.
Good evening, Miss...
Me too, he will join you. That's true.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
I don't feel the peace I was looking for. Mother, were you right all along? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Exactly, Dr. Darling. Rampage mode. It's an embrace-a-thon. Well, I would have liked to have gotten every single character's dialogue based on killing someone that was related to them or connected to them in some way. It's just too hard to do that and make sure I'm actually embracing all the characters without messing up, so...
I can't die. Not now. Pembroke needs me. All those poor people.
Rum Lord, Rum Lord, Rum Lord, Rum Lord. And Mr. Jonathan will take care of the people, don't you worry. He'll take great care of them. I'll read the information about these characters I've been embracing once I've done the rest.
No. I could have been a great surgeon. The greatest.
Good.
All I wanted was to go back to work, to take care of my children.
Mr. Steele, all you hear is Rum Lord now. Yeah. I was like, that sounds like the voice is singing Rum Lord. I was like, what? Hey, Mr. Epic. Welcome on in. How's things? Yeah, and me to look at all that delicious XP. 35,575 at the moment, that is, of course. I'm going to leave this Thelma, who thinks she's a vampire, till last.
Good evening, Mr.
Yeah,
Evening,
Evil
Dr.
Rod.
Reed.
Hey, Orochi, how much blood can one drink in a row? I know, right? Like, he'll be blood drunk, and he might get indigestion as well.
So this is how it ends. Farewell, my life, you betrayed me, good.
Right, now the NPC that thought themselves a vampire and thought Jonathan a mortal is going to find out now that it was actually the other way around.
Good evening, Miss.
I need blood, Doctor.
Why kill me, brother? We could have ruled this land together and forever.
I mean, she's definitely consistent. Even at the end, she still thought herself a vampire. Well, there's only one person left in the citizen menu for Pembroke Hospital, and that is Edgar Swansea. Health status 61% in the critical zone. Yeah, I guess that is the result of doing that. Mr. Epic, you just heard the news that Jonathan Joss, voice actor from King of the Hill, got shot and killed by his neighbor. Rest in peace. That is really tragic. I saw a post about that Lucinda made in a Discord actually, and yeah, that's like I didn't see a lot of that show, so I wasn't really familiar with a lot of the actors from it. But irrespective of that, of course, it's just, you know, such a tragic thing to have happen as well. Like, you know, Mr. Steel dude looks like a ghoul from Fallout. That's actually a good call. Oh yeah. Yeah, Walton Goggins, who plays the ghoul in the Fallout series, like, I don't know too much about the series, aside from the actors, or a couple of the actors. But he's a good actor. I actually thought he would have been good as the trash can man in a movie adaptation of The Stand. Orochi, run, Lord, run, Lord. It definitely sounds like that too, as well, Orochi. Yeah, and Mita. This is so cool, though, to see this. Mr. Steel right after the reboot got announced, too. That was the other thing, because I was sort of thinking, like, if that got announced, but announced before they started production, or if they already, you know, have started production, but they just decided to announce it now. What kind of creepy music is this that I, only Mike, Free Stacy, join the stream to? Blasphemers and vampires, it might be time for me to play Van Helsing in an upcoming movie. Yeah, only Van Helsing, vampire hunter, savior of the innocent, burner of the bad. Jeez, I sound like a complete idiot. I'ma go and get to the chopper now. Ave, thank you for redeeming that. Could you imagine Arnie as Van Helsing? It's funny though, I've mentioned this before, but um, before they did the Will Smith version of I Am Legend, Arnie was actually cast to do an adaptation of I Am Legend, but that fell through, of course. But we almost got Arnie in a vampire movie. How's things, Ave? Welcome on in. Mr. Epic, all you know is that Ghoul used to go with Raylan Givens to dog some coal. That's gobbledygook to me, sorry. I got no idea about Raylan Givens. Yeah, it's been a weird one, Ave. Like, personally, great day. Gameplay wise, in terms of like getting stuff done, great, but had multiple game crashes causing streams to end. I had like a 12-minute stream that got ended because the game crashed, and then an almost 2-hour stream crashed, and then I did an hour stream, but I got an hour stream done that I actually ended when I wanted to because I was going on my break. So in that respect, it's been a terrible stream day, but otherwise, things have been going good. Mr. Epic, dig, you meant, damn it. Ah, okay, so dig. Raylan Givens to dig some coal. Are you doing good? Work ends in half an hour, so you'll speedrun home to watch The State of Unreal. Oh, cool. So is that like a fictional show, State of Unreal? But that's great that you're doing good, Ave. I hope that work has been good. I'm now going to catch up on reading about each person that we've embraced. Beatrice Goswick, 45 years old, female, a wealthy widow and a volunteer tutor for young girls. Mrs. Goswick was not the type of person one would expect to see in Pembroke Hospital. Her choice to pick Pembroke over a more upscale institution was motivated by her need for discretion rather than efficiency. Her main goal was to protect her son, Mortimer, by having him hospitalized in the East End, thus hiding his state of mind and attempted suicide, an offence that would earn him months of jail time if discovered. Mrs. Goswick strongly believed in his recovery and decided to ignore Mortimer's lack of conviction. Her stubbornness persisted even in death. She refused to admit her failure until the very last second, and her last thoughts were for her son. You got 4,000 XP from this soul. Mortimer Goswick, 23 years old male, a tormented and uncooperative patient at the Pembroke Hospital, well-fed, educated, rich, and protected by a loving mother. Mr. Goswick was hiding the true reason for his presence in a medical facility in the East End. It was not influenza that brought him to Pembroke, but attempted suicide. His thoughts and memories did not make his reasons any clearer for me. Although he was tired of his mother's quibbling and had experienced a sharp decline in his number of friends, I could not identify any specific event that might have triggered his decision. Perhaps the man was simply too frail to bear the sight of the world around him, and just spent his life desiring death. When I fulfilled his wish, Mr. Goswick finally discerned the value of existence for a short moment. He then passed in silence and regret. We got 1,000 XP from this soul. Oh, it's like State of Play Ave. They'll reveal the Witcher 4 things on it. Very nice, Ave. That's cool. Harvey Fiddick, 42 years old, male. Mr. Fiddick managed to avoid taking part in the war, but the conflict reached him anyway. A German bombardment killed his wife and left him as the sole guardian of his young son and daughter. In a vain attempt to vent his anger, he redoubled his efforts at work and ended up severely hurting his arms in his carelessness. He submitted to the care of my peers the day he entered the Pembroke Hospital. Doctors Ackroyd and Strickland fought over who would have the authority to decide the protocol of Mr. Fiddick's operation, and the poor man had no say in the matter. He was barely allowed the freedom to wander in the hospital. His built-up resentment finally spilled out when I killed him, and his last thoughts spat on the unfairness of the world. You got 1,000 XP from this soul. Dr. Thoreau Strickland, 33 years old, male, a former colleague and surgeon employed at the Pembroke Hospital. Dr. Strickland was in direct competition with Dr. Ackroyd for the position of head surgeon, and their rivalry escalated to the point where Strickland decided to hone his technique by any means necessary. He was a close follower of my work and carried out transfusion experimentations on terminally ill patients in an attempt to recreate my methods. He met with only some success, but still planned to demonstrate the operation on Mr. Fiddick's arms to prove his vanguard spirit and technical superiority. Being killed by his idol didn't bring him any joy. His last thoughts glided over the glorious future he was convinced he deserved. We got 4,000 XP from this soul. Dr. Waverley Ackroyd, 37, years old male. Dr. Ackroyd was a colleague at Pembroke where he mainly performed as a physician. He was in direct competition with Dr. Strickland for the position of head surgeon, and both men intended to exhibit their abilities by operating on Mr. Fiddick, a poor man who ended up being a test subject in his own rehabilitation. Dr. Strickland had quite a conservative view of medicine, but also a real concern for his patients. To say that he looked down on my achievements would be an understatement. He was convinced that my presence in Pembroke would bring more harm than help. When I killed him, he expressed a genuine and unexpected concern for Pembroke's future. We got 3,200 XP from this soul. Mr. Epic, he started another show, great show, justified, and he always said with the main character that used to dig coal, you get the joke if you saw it. Oh, I got you, dude. Yeah. You know, didn't actually see it, so I wasn't sure. Thomas Elwood, 28 years old male. Mr. Elwood was a veteran who returned from the front with a face that disfigured who was unrecognizable even to his loved ones. He initially came to Pembroke to get his wounds treated but never left the hospital. Mr. Elwood stayed in a contemplative state until another of the long-term patients visited him. His quest was Thelma Howcroft, a mentally disturbed patient who believed she possessed the immortal body of a vampire, along with the bloodthirst that accompanied her delusion. Mr. Elwood saw her as a welcome distraction as she didn't care about his appearance. He played along with her mimicry, and even let her drink his blood. He was much less willing when it came to giving himself to a real vampire. We got 1000 XP from this soul. Thelma Howcroft, 32 years old female, a patient convinced she is a vampire and displaying all the symptoms of Cotard syndrome. This woman persuaded herself that she was dead, that her body was quickly decaying, and that she needed to drink blood to survive. Needless to say, her assumptions were wrong. She roamed Pembroke Hospital at night in a theatrical search for the precious substance, but she didn't go as far as to hurt other patients. The only person who didn't seem to mind her antics and morbid declamations was Thomas Elwood, a disfigured soldier who appreciated how Mrs. Howcroft didn't care about his mutilation. The two of them made a strangely fitting pair. Even when I took her life, Thelma Howcroft never ceased to see herself as a vampire and only recognized me as her kind. He got 2,000 from the XP from this soul. So I've already read about Clay Cox being embraced, same with Rakesh, and Pippa, and Milton, and Corsair Tibbets, and Gwyneth Brannigan, and Newton, and Oswald. So there we go. Eventually we will be embracing Dr. Swansea as well, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to get all of these characters embraced and not either killed because of game mechanics automatically killing them, or because of them getting turned into like a vampire or a skull or a monster. So there we go. That is that done with Pembroke Hospital. But we still have all these people. Good one, Rod. You weren't looking at that, were you? Of course not. Why would I fucking be looking at that shit? They're in the critical. They haven't gone to hostile yet, though, it looks like. So that's good, though. So I better go around and heal these sick. In Mita, they are almost dying without being embraced. That is true. Almost. Thank you, Ave, for the lurk. Thank you, Dr. Darling, for redeeming that. Drink all of their blood. All of it. Every single drop. In the future, Mr. Epic, at some point, could be next month, could be next year, could be 5 years from now. I don't know when. I do want to play it, but not sure when. Essie, Essie, your eyelids are growing heavy. You will sleep. Sleep. Mina, Mina, open your eyes. Arise, Mina. Walk to the door. Mina, you are in the closet. Open the door and come out. Now walk to the terrace door. Watch out for the stool. Stand up. Not you, sit. No, not you. You sit. You stand. No, sit. No, you stand. You walk to the terrace door and you go back to sleep. Watch out! You know that movie, Dr. Darling? Well, I'll let you say what it is. Dr. Darling, Rod's still streaming in 5 years confirmed. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe next year will be the last year. 10 years since I started next year, so maybe that's a good round number. Mr. Epic, you're planning next year somewhere when you have your new PC, you want to finally build all the roads. Oh, nice, that's good. Yeah, I didn't realize that building was part of it. That's interesting.
See them fancy clothes? This one's the top! I'll kill you! Killing's all you deserve! It's head! Of course!
For those wondering, the movie was Dracula Dead and Loving It, a parody of the Bram Stoker Dracula movie with Leslie Nielsen playing Dracula.
Get them! Away with you! Fear no evil! We do the Lord's This is Ascalon's... heat, boys!
More or less.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this guard of...
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Can I offer you...
Giving up. Thank you.
Goodbye.
You again.
Do you need me?
Yeah.
So you can... Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
The suicide's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Yeah. Do you... Goodbye, Miss... Eve, do you need help? So...
Mr.
Good
Epic,
evening,
damn it,
Mrs.
you know, it
Fishburne.
sucks sometimes when you go to
May
the
I
fridge
come
and
in?
your brother
Of
took
course.
your last Red Bull, you don't mind him doing because you sometimes do the same, but man, now you have to go to the store to get a new one. Yeah. It's like, aw.
Mrs. Goodbye.
Hey there, Anasune. Hello again to you as well. Welcome on in.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
Welcome to the embracing. I've reached the point in the playthrough now where I'm embracing all the citizens, i.e. killing them.
Good what? Inebriation. Goodbye, Miss...
A few clients. What would
Do you...
epidemic? No one dares tell us.
Goodbye. Do you... Goodbye.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Maybe he cursed
Good. Do you need... Well... Good.
Bloody monster!
Do you... Good. Do you... I don't... What?
Are you...
Good. Good.
Are you...
Do you...
Death... You have...
Good. Good. Young man. Goodbye.
Please, sir.
I understand you had a quick look at the games you
Good
mentioned
evening, Miss
early.
Gilly.
Fortunately,
May I
it's not
come
as
in?
complicated as you thought. Oh, that's good. It's a relief when that happens as well.
Good.
If not, I'll find you something.
And Mita, do you good? No, what? Yes. Yep, nope, yep, that's what, yep, up. Yep, that's it, yep, that, yep. Yes, boss, yep, yeah, yep, yep.
It's locked.
Uh-huh. Where's this friggin' Ichabod Throgmorton? You know, I just thought in Mita, you know how I'm going around healing these people because I looked at the status of the burrow or whatever you want to call it. Should I even be bothering considering I'm just going to kill all these characters in a row and then sleep? Like, should I just be taking care of them all now, considering I can still get to the districts without them fully succumbing to being hostile? Good, I guess it soon have to restart. Twitch already giving you offline warnings. Me? Why? What happened? Oh, on your end, code. I gotcha. Mita, you can heal all of them now, or if you don't care about getting full XP, you might as well embrace all of them now and then sleep. Oh yeah, that's right, dude. That's something I was forgetting. I was forgetting the fact that, yeah, if they're not healed, then their XP, their blood quality, will be affected. Although it looks like it's changed it now that I've already done it, so maybe I can just start the process of that for the ones that we've already got recovering. Here he is.
So much noise. A vampire kills in utter silence.
Game, you're gonna throw the prompt up so I can talk to him, or not? What are we doing here? Jeez, I hate this kind of shit.
I can't protect the whole city.
Bloody fucking hell.
It's hard enough to cover the docks.
The prompt's not appearing to talk to this guy. Oh, now it is.
Good Do you need
that fucking damn time? Jesus fucking bloody Christ. And mate, to just make sure not to sleep, because it will affect the other districts too, and they will become hostile instantly given the fact that they're all almost hostile status. Yeah, that's why I was sort of wondering, I may as well not worry about, you know, doing the whole process of moving time to the next night, because while I've obviously gotten rid of all the people at the Pembroke,
shouldn't be fighting each other.
I don't want to have that happen for the rest. But it looks to me though that now that I've healed all these people, I'll get the full XP. Except obviously for the people that I missed a clue for, of course.
Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reed, can I be...
Rum Lord, I'm bored, run Rod, Glumglaw, rum gone.
Killed by a real vampire. How unexpected. Thank you, Dr. Reed. For in the end, you made me fulfill my destiny.
The destiny that you would hope for as a vampire hunter would be not to get killed by a vampire, wouldn't it? Ichabod Throgmorton, 36 years old male. Mr. Throgmorton, a self-proclaimed vampire hunter and peacekeeper that roamed the East End docks during not-so-meticulous searches. Whereas people generally considered him an over-eager and dim-witted cretin, the memories Mr. Throgmorton imparted showed that a skull had confronted him, and that the vampire hunter chose to spare the beast rather than kill it, in an act of mercy and empathy for the creature. I admit it was rather strange to witness the thoughts of Mr. Throgmorton when I killed him. Rather than the terror and surprise I expected, he expressed sincere thanks about seeing the truth of his beliefs with his own eyes. Wonder if his death will persuade people that this lunatic and his delusions were right. We got 4,000 XP. And me to this guy is the only one that is grateful you killed him. What an idiot. It's just like, thank you so much for killing me. I am the vampire hunter. My goal is to kill vampires, but I am so happy that I got killed by one.
You...
What a waste of life. I
finally managed to be hated by all the people I loved.
My poor sister. What will happen to her now that I'm gone? Giselle, I'm so sorry.
Well, it's too late to worry about what's going to happen to your sister because we've already embraced her. Giselle Paxton, 29 years old female, a former factory worker and unionist. She claimed her job was lost because of her syndicalist convictions, when in fact her dismissal was because of her alcoholism. The death of her mother, followed by the murder of her close friend Jack Gillingham, and the constant reminding of her sister Lottie, caused her spiraling addiction. Despite her sister's attempts to keep her away from the bottle, Ms. Paxton was a severe alcoholic. Nothing remains of the woman who once led her peers towards social revolution. She felt she'd failed her mother because of her engagements, and failed her engagements because of her grief. An opinion that prospered in the light of Lottie's never-ending attempts at bringing joy around her. Ms. Paxton died crying for her loved ones, but not for herself. 2000 XP. Lottie Paxton, 24 years old, female, younger sister to the alcoholic Giselle, daughter to a deceased mother and a long-gone father. Miss Paxton took it upon herself to ensure the subsistence of what remained of her family, and was a frequent helper at Sean Hampton's asylum. She exchanged her labor for shelter. Because of her position, the Wet Boot Boys had approached her several times to bootleg asylum goods. She never gave in to their demands, despite the obvious fact that it put Lottie and her sister in danger. Miss Paxton resented Giselle for being absent during the last years of her mother's life. It appears that what little negativity Miss Paxton had, she focused on her sister. When she died, all of her thoughts were focused on Giselle, and there was nothing but regret in her mind. 2000 XP. This is another character that in other playthroughs I definitely wouldn't be embracing, but for this playthrough, I need to embrace everyone.
Jack, my son, he got killed. I remember all my life. Oh, the joy, the love. What a life. Thank you.
Okay, let me see. Enid Gillingham, 70 years old, female, probably the oldest person in the docks. Mrs. Gillingham was devoured by senile dementia. She'd once had a brilliant mind that withered with time and caused the progressive distance with her son Jack, who couldn't bear to burden her with his own problems. When Jack disappeared from their house, Mrs. Gillingham let herself crumble, confusing strangers with him and depending on Martin Nightingale to take care of her, overlooking the young man while he stole from her house and claimed her every possession. I suspect that during moments of lucidity she knew exactly what he was doing. When I killed her, I failed to distinguish her true memories from the illusions she had created for protection, but her final thoughts were made with an uncanny clarity. 1000 XP. Sorry, fellow Rod, but you're also a citizen in this game that we need to embrace. I like how the other characters don't even notice anything suspicious going on. But you could surmise that the reason they don't is because while Jonathan is embracing an individual, that the aura around him and the victim clouds the minds of people around as well.
Forgive me, Jack. If I had stood by your side, we both could have changed things for good round here.
Rodney Grader, 34 years old, male, a runaway and friend of the late Jack Gillingham. Mr. Grader was often caught in arguments due to the colour of his skin. A brawl with a member of the Wet Boot Boys ended more brutally than usual when Rodney accidentally killed his opponent. Jack Gillingham pretended to be the culprit to cover for his friend and was executed without a chance to refute his spontaneous lie. It is still believed that Jack was the murderer, and the docile Mr. Grader is in no way suspected. Rodney hid for a little while at the house of Jack's mother, Enid Gillingham, but was quickly overcome with a growing paranoia that pushed him to the fringes of London's safe areas. When I killed him, he was still wondering about the several what-ifs that could have kept Jack alive. 3000 XP from this soul. Mr. Epic, you're reading a webcomic recently about a guy who got a power that via contracts that he can summon up is able to buy and sell someone's time span. Like, he buys like a year from someone for 200,000 and then sells it to someone dying for like 1 million. Really interesting read. First thing you thought was, wow, this would be a great idea for a TV show or anime. That's very unique kind of idea as well. It's like the person who is willing to give up a certain amount of time of their life that they might have been able to live a bit longer for is still able to live, but at the expense of, if they were going to die at the age of 40, for example, they would instead die at the age of 39, if that's indeed when they would die. And then able to give that amount of life to someone else. So if someone would have died when they were 40, they might die now when they're 41, or obviously a lot older as well, depending.
Good evening, young man.
I was just pretending. I caused no harm. I could have taken good care of that old lady.
Thanks for the welcome back, Keone. Thank you very, very much. You're late. No. Yeah, I'll still be streaming for a little bit longer. I was gonna finish the game today, but there's a lot of citizens that I need to embrace, and even, pardon me, even if I'm done all the citizens here in the docks, I still have all of these here at Whitechapel and all of these at West End. So it'll definitely take me another stream to get the rest of the stuff done. But I'll just keep on streaming until I've at least taken care of the rest of these citizens. Martin Nightingale, 20 years old male, forced to follow his parents when they moved to London, this young man ran away from his family when he discovered they were touched by the flu. Mr. Nightingale was filled with a desire for independence that bordered on egotism and turned him into a man willing to do anything to survive. Most notably, he worked as an improvised merchant, having found a lucrative client in the form of Enid Gillingham, an elder with dull wits. When the only protector of Mrs. Gillingham, her son Jack, was killed, the woman fell deeper into senility and even mistook Martin for Jack, allowing the young man to sell her inferior goods and even steal from her. Mr. Nightingale was set on pretending to be her son until she died in order to inherit her remaining possessions. He died drowning in regrets. 3000 XP from this soul.
Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Good evening to you.
So my Andrew was right. Monsters exist. The guard will nail you down, Vampire. My son will kill you.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running completely amok.
My sweet queen, who will protect you from yourself? Will you cry for me?
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you...
I don't know what that document was now. Anyway.
Bastard. My boys will avenge me. In the end, I will laugh at you.
A laughable statement to make. Mr. Vampyr is also able to see the remaining lifespan of someone, so he usually buys from people who like die in their 80s and 90s. If you think about it, it's kind of good for both parties. The person with a lot of lifespan gets a hefty payday, and they usually need, and the rich person dying gets to live a year or more depending how much years the other person sold. But in the end, the person who gains the most is the person with the time powers. He buys cheap and sells big. That's true. Yeah, that's the other thing too, about that whole thing as well. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely like an interesting concept. I've never actually heard of it before. Like, not that specific, webcomic, but not even that kind of concept before either.
Good evening, Mr. Fishman.
Yeah.
You tricked me good, Doctor. Tell me, who will take the blame for your murders now that I'm dead?
Evening, Rufus.
Evening.
So what they said about me was true. I really was Rufus the Curse, destined to suffer until I die.
She said she would laugh at you, T-800. Ha ha ha, dumb bish. Ha 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 ha.
Thanks for redeeming that as a Bane impression, Lightus. Indeed, the auto mod flagged that one. Yeah, Dumbledore, all that XP. All of it. Almost, wonder what things I'll be able to upgrade. Probably everything else that's left. Mr. Epic, yeah, you've never seen such an original and great concept before.
Good
either.
evening,
That's why
Mrs.
it's such
Fishburne.
a great read, because it's kind of
May I
realistic
come
in
in,
that way.
please?
Like if a person could do that,
course.
that's what they would do, you know. Oh yeah. Especially if there's more that someone could actually do to help people if they've been helping for a long time. If they're able to get some extra time to do that.
Should I have turned my Seymour in? Was my crime to love my son?
You know, it would be nice to...
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
My pub, Sabrina, my friends. What will they become without me? If only I could tell her, tell them. Too late, too late.
Hey there, Zayas. Welcome. What's going on? Never played this game, but haven't stopped by in a bit. Oh, that's no trouble at all. So essentially we play as a character who is a doctor. He specializes in blood transfusion, and he becomes a vampire. And in this game, there's like a burrow system that has citizens in it, and each citizen has clues related to them. And if you get all their clues, it will then allow you, if you choose to, that is, get the most amount of XP from killing them. So if you actually want to get the fullest XP, you need to make sure you get all the clues related to that character. And in this playthrough, the goal is I need to essentially kill every single citizen in every single borough. And if you have a look at these ticks here, this just means that I've found all the clues related to this character. And of course, if they don't have full health, then you don't get the full XP, even if you've already gotten all the clues. So you also need to make sure that they're healthy by curing them first before you go ahead and do the embracing. We're on the verge of completing an entire God of War series playthrough, trying to get through the final DLC areas of Ragnarok. Played every game again in the past year. Oh, very nice. That's definitely a lot of games to cover too. I've only ever played the first two games in the series, never played any of the other ones afterwards. Not even the... was it the Vita, I think? That's a great comic when he says to someone about to die, let's say all the gold in the world won't get you extra time in life, but with me you can. That's pretty clever, actually. So his first God of War, you think is the best? Nice.
What?
It's been so long since I played 1 and 2. If I do, it'll definitely... well, not if. It's more a matter of when. When I do, it'll be part of like a marathon series, so I can play all of them. None of them are bad. Most of them are quite good, actually. Well, that's good. It's quite tricky with a long-running series and multiple entries to keep a consistent quality going.
No one will ever know what I did. I'm gonna die with blood on my hands. No one will remember me.
Remember who?
Jack. You still...
Rum Lord.
I don't fear you. You did not defeat me. I was Sabrina Cavendish. I did not surrender.
And then you became Vampire Dish. There we go. Okay, so that is now everyone in the docks embraced. Including, of course, the Pillar character as well. I'll catch up on the bios of these characters that pop up when you've killed them. So it's funny how it's a long-running series. You remember when Resident Evil 4, GTA San Andreas, Halo 2, and Metroid Prime 2 were the big games, and suddenly everyone was talking about this new game, God of War. That's the thing too as well. You get to a point where things are established for so long, it's easy to forget a time when they hadn't actually been made yet. Indeed, Mr. Epic, it must have been the wind. Booth Digby, 34 years old male, a smuggler who rose through the ranks of the Wet Boot Boys thanks to his relationship with Edwina Cox, wife of the gang's leader. Booth was deeply in love with her and was a willing subject to her whims. He murdered Jack Gillingham at her command without even a second thought. Mr. Digby was a pragmatic man with great concern for his safety, and he tried to leave the Wet Boot Boys for a more secure job. He failed to persuade Edwina to follow him, and ended up staying in the gang in case she left him. He was among the few who could sense the wicked changes in London, and was convinced of the presence of supernatural creatures. Unsurprisingly, he couldn't convince anyone of their existence. He died filled with self-pity and disdain for his own weakness. His final words were for Edwina. Got 4,000 XP from that soul. Edwina Cox, 37 years old female, the embodiment of might makes right, supposedly married to Clay Cox, leader of the West Boot Boys gang. Mrs. Cox was quick to discard her wifely facade when Mr. Cox disappeared from the docks. With the support of her devoted lover Booth Digby, she rose to be the true leader of the gang and ruled its members with an iron fist. Her crusade to strengthen the Wet Boot Boys led her to have Jack Gillingham murdered by Mr. Digby, under the sole suspicion that the man had killed a gang member. She acted as a merchant to observe how the district evolved with her own eyes and kept Mr. Digby around to carry her many errands. Although his constant fear of monsters was starting to get on her nerves, she died filled with hate and insults, yet I felt no regrets in her. 5,000 XP from this soul. Seymour Fishburne, 28 years old male, another kind of murderer. Mr. Fishburne, son of Stella Fishburne, was inhabited by what he called his demons, an unquenchable anger that could only be sated by the death of others, preferably at his hands. He hid his obsession from his mother for years until the weight became too much to bear and he confessed. Stella kept silent about her son's madness, but the revelation drove them apart, and although Mr. Fishburne killed less, he never found the strength to put an end to his antics. The arrival of the orphan, Rufus, in their home put Mr. Fishburne on edge, and sparked several violent outbursts. Rather than hate, it was fear that dominated his last thoughts. In the end, Mr. Fishburne understood what it's like to be murdered by an implacable stranger. Got 3,000 XP from this soul. Stella Fishburne, 58 years old, female. It was difficult to perceive memories of Mrs. Fishburne's life before she had her son Seymour. Her existence revolved around him. Because of her protective nature, she unknowingly condoned Seymour's destructive nature and failed to notice the split in his personality. That is, until one night when her son admitted to having killed several innocents, strangers and friends alike, during fits of uncontrolled anger. Unable to decide between embracing his flaws and turning him in, Mrs. Fishburne kept a close watch on her son. That distrust might have been the reason for her recent attachment to the orphan, Rufus Kingsbury. It is unclear whether Rufus was a token reminder of the young and more innocent Seymour, or if Stella genuinely saw the boy for whom he was. 2000 XP from this soul. Rufus Kingsbury. 18 years old male. This young orphan lived an existence of hardship and setbacks that earned him the inglorious nickname of Rufus the Curse. He witnessed the murder of his parents, suppressing his memories of the event and clinging to the idea that a family would be there for him somewhere. His first makeshift sibling was a rat, whose family had been decimated, a sore reminder of Mr. Kingsbury's own situation. He recently found a mother in Stella Fishburne who selflessly took him in despite already having to take care of her bad-tempered son, Seymour. Faced with the disturbing mood swings of Seymour and the disdain of the other dock's inhabitants, Rufus progressively persuaded himself that his nickname somehow held a prophetic nature. His last thoughts were quiet as he contemplated his miserable fate. 2000 XP from this soul. Read those ones? Indeed, Mr. Epic, must have been the wind. Damn, didn't know they were streaming about the new Witcher game right now. Man, it looks so good. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, Ave was here before talking about there was something similar to State of Play happening, so that's cool. Dyson Delaney, 34 years old male, a former activist who tried to bomb a building to promote his anarchist political agenda. Originally a pacifist, he planned his attack in order to avoid any victims, but he ended up killing a couple of strangers. He hid his remorse and guilt in the drink and became one of the many wanderers that populated the docks, going so far as to drown his memories in alcohol. He forgot where and when the accident took place, and sometimes was even convinced nothing happened at all. In his few waking moments, he condemned the violence of his former comrades and wished they would avoid any more bloodshed. He considered suicide several times but never acted on it. He died thinking that I had come to judge him, and that his death was a just punishment for his crimes. 1000 XP from this soul. Archer Woodbead, 61 years old male. Once the leader of the Wet Boot Boys, Mr. Woodbead retired from the gang for a more peaceful life. He had led the gang to become enforcers of workers' rights and believed in his legacy, but the Wet Boot Boys decayed into a group of petty thieves and criminals, fighting over control of the East End docks. Mr. Woodbead considered their treason only second to that of monster-obsessed freaks. Andrew had been missing for a while, and Mr. Woodbead had started to risk himself in the most dangerous parts of town looking for his son. He will never know what happened to Andrew, but he died knowing his son's convictions were correct. 3000 XP from this soul. Sabrina Cavendish, 30 years old, female, a Scottish immigrant of Indian ancestry. Miss Cavendish displayed a remarkable ability to keep her pride intact at all costs. This catalyzed her anger and shame from the insults and assaults she lived through. Tom Watts, owner of the Turquoise Turtle, took her in as a waitress and accepted to teach her how to use a firearm after a client molested her. Miss Cavendish was left with a consuming desire for revenge on her attacker. She often considered hunting down her assailant herself, since relatives and authorities shared the same apathetic desire for justice. Despite her knowledge of Mr. Watts' past, Miss Cavendish chose to nurture a silent affection for him. Her last thoughts were a mixture of hatred for me and love for him. It seems neither feeling could overshadow the other. 2850 XP from this soul. Tom Watts, 46-year-old male. During his youth, Mr. Watts was the go-to henchman of the Wet Boot Boys gang and carried out most of their required coercion, always avoiding the attention of the authorities. It was a crime he didn't actually commit that sent him to jail. Entrusted with the murder of an inconvenient colleague, Mr. Watts found himself unable to perpetrate what would have been his first homicide. Denounced and caught, he spent the following years in jail. He buried his past by founding the Turquoise Turtle Pub, one of the rare secure areas in the East End docks. He hired Sabrina Cavendish as a helper and grew to admire, then love the will of the woman, going so far as to teach her the attacks and skills he had banished from his life. His last thoughts were filled with concern for the uncertain future. 5000 XP from this soul. Already read about these characters. There we go. Ah, that's a lot of reading. Admit to you watching that too. It looks amazing. Very nice. That's cool. Yeah, it's something definitely we'll check out later. It's cool that they're showing some stuff. Alright, so we have embraced so far 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33. So we've embraced 33 citizens so far.
This is Ascalon's domain. Prepare to endure Ascalon law.
It's mine. I'll take it.
The power of the Lord commands you.
Burn it, boys! I shall fear no evil. Back in the drive, you! Die, vermin! Delete! Kill it! I'll put an end to you!
Oh, that's cool, Mr. Epic. That you're hyped for that game. That's cool.
Proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial. The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
Boy.
I'm so sorry. Thanks.
You feeble! Gotcha!
Good easy.
Mr. Big, you hope that there's going to be a collector's edition figure. It'll look good with you to go out whichever three figure. Oh, that's cool. I mean, you never know. It's quite possible. Whoops, hang on. Forgot to heal him first. Release him. There we go. Alright. We'll heal him first.
You seem Yeah.
There we go.
Goodbye,
That's better.
Mr. Swanborough.
Yes.
I'll leave you now.
No, we're not. What are you talking about, Jonathan? We're not leaving him yet. Where is he in this menu? There he is. Fully healed. Cool. We'll get full XP now.
What can I...
What can I...
I can see again. I can see this room. I see my blood. I see you, my killer.
Are you from Ascalon? I don't care!
Oh, cruel thief. I still had so many things to give to this world. You stole all my tears and all my joys to come.
Whitechapel is not just disease, desertion, and... Good evening. And do you need it? I think... I'll leave you alone, sir. Good evening. And... Death has no splendor at all. Oh, I see it now.
I see it. Oh, the verses I could write.
Hey, Orochi. Indeed, it is embrace time. The embracing.
Do you need that? If goodbye. Good.
Christina. I loved her. I know it now. I should have told her.
Clayton's Diary, 4th of November 1918. Whitechapel has a new and odd story. An elegant and polite doctor is roaming through the district streets at night, knocking on some doors and asking many questions about the epidemic and how it affects the locals. According to the rare witnesses who actually saw the man, he is tall and comes from the nearest hospital. Could it be the Pembroke? What is such a man doing around here? Is he connected to Darius Petrescu? Maybe I should inquire more about him. 5th of November 1918. It seems the mysterious doctor is Jonathan Reed, eminent surgeon and specialist of some new blood transfusion technique. I really should find the man and talk to him. Why would such an eminent physician spend time at night in Whitechapel? If only Christina accepted to speak to me again, I am sure she could provide me with some interesting information, since she spends most nights outside too, but she is still angry with me. 6th of November 1918. As if the epidemic was not enough, a number of corpses have been found emptied of their blood this morning in an abandoned building around here. I must be more careful. Christina should too. Maybe I should find myself a gun or something. I don't like the idea, but I do not want to end up in a dark alley, all my blood stolen by some maniac. Could it be related to that blood specialist, Dr. Reed? I really should talk to him soon. I must spend less time keeping this diary and more exploring the streets of Whitechapel. Poem by Camellia. In silence she walks, like the early queens of forgotten countries, where I sometimes travel. Through my long sleepless nights, in silence she walks, and her smile speaks for her. The ancient tongue of the Pathia, heard only by the fools searching for their fate. And I know her name is as fragile as the flowers she gives, and I know her voice would nail my heart to the ground, as she always passes by without answering me.
Good. Do you need any? Goodbye, miss. Good.
My dear brother, I'm sorry. I was not strong enough.
Please, don't.
Orochi, only 3.6% of the players got London's Burning on Steam. It's also a gold achievement. Oh, it's interesting with those statistics. Sometimes you think to yourself, why is an achievement so rare if it's something that might not necessarily be that complex? But at the same time, it's like not many people might even care about the trophies enough to do it.
Please forgive me, my lord, for my eyes were blind to the devil in front of me. My task will remain unachieved.
It's not my call, Baron. You pay one way or another.
Good.
Sure. Is there only pain and suffering?
Do you need us? Good.
I'm not.
Death is so cold. I hoped it would be more meaningful.
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, Kearney.
You're late. Where's my money?
Do you need... Goodbye for now, Mr. Luke. You...
I never had any luck in my life. And now I die alone.
Mr. Epic, like that Ciri also carries two swords in her back like Geralt. Definitely makes sense since she's a Witcher as well. They all have two swords, don't they?
Can I keep the... Goodbye, Mr. Peter.
It's good they keep that consistency.
My son. Who will take care of him? Was I a good father?
Alright, there's still more characters in this district, but I want to read their stuff. Well, the ones that I've embraced now. Christina Popper, 23 years old female, a Romanian immigrant who fled the war and the militarization of her country to arrive in a segregated and sickness-ridden London. Trying to find enough money to finance her brother's travel to England, Miss Popper struggled to find work. Her origins attracted only refusals and disdain, so she became a prostitute out of necessity. She began to steal from her clients in an attempt to earn money quicker. taking all the risk for her remaining sibling, neglecting even her own health and safety. Miss Popper had come to see the world as an inescapable prison. She had a fateful meeting with the independent journalist Clayton Darby, whose gentle empathy allowed her to share her story, but he made the mistake of sleeping with her. Miss Popper had begun to develop affection for the man, but she only admitted her true feelings to herself while I was drinking her last drop of life. 4,000 XP from this soul. Clayton Darby, 35 years old, male, a journalist who made it his business to reveal the invasive censorship applied to London's newspapers. He interviewed several victims of the Spanish flu and collected testimonies through a varied range of social profiles. He was building a remarkable portrait of London's real face. During his investigation, he came to meet the prostitute Christina Popper, who pressed him until they engaged in intercourse, a deed that left Mr. Darby with a missing wallet, an undesirable illness, and an even less desirable infatuation. Despite his scorn for her, his last thoughts were obsessed with Miss Popper. It is likely that, should he have survived the epidemic or my hunger, Mr. Darby wouldn't have had the courage to confess his feelings for that lady of the night. You got 3,200 XP from this soul. Joe Peterson, 44 years old, male, also known as the Colossus. A veil covered the memories of Mr. Peterson before his arrival in Whitechapel. I discerned the death of his wife and the mind-breaking sadness that came with it, but what came before was nothing but blurred pain and repressed anger. What came after wasn't any better. Mr. Peterson moved house with his son Harry in search of renewal. However, he couldn't find any other job than that of a lackey for the wet boot boys. Working for the gang, he bullied his neighbors into paying inflated taxes. Mr. Peterson had since looked for cleaner employment, but his reputation was established, and all doors remained closed. His son resented him for this, and the two men were divided. Though they depended on each other, when killed, Mr. Peterson called for his son and implored his forgiveness. 3,000 XP from this soul. Harry Peterson, 18 years old, male, a forlorn and sickly boy. Mr. Peterson was the son of Joe Peterson, who moved his family to Whitechapel shortly after the death of his wife. Mr. Peterson didn't take the move too well. His awkwardness and angst prevented him from forming any new friendships. The boy chose to stay at home while his father worked as a lackey for the local gang, gradually forgetting his promises of getting a cleaner and safer job. Eventually, Mr. Peterson's weak body pushed him outside and into Dorothy Crane's dispensary. He had no other acquaintances than his father and Barrett Lewis, an old friend of Joe's who was bullied by him, and in turn picked on Harry. As I killed the boy, he wondered about the meaning of death, and found his personal answer in the relief it brought him. 1,000 XP from this soul. Barrett Lewis, 43 years old, male, a lonely street merchant primarily concerned with profit and surviving these difficult times. Mr. Lewis had been bullied and racketed for months by his former best friend Joe Peterson, who joined the Wet Boot Boys to look after his sick son Harry. Bitter and sad, Barrett Lewis never dared to resist Mr. Peterson's violence, perhaps due to the buried secret of the affair he had with his tormentor's dead wife, and the unclear identity of Harry's real father. Instead, he let his former friend slowly ruin his business. They never settled the crucial question that may have been the key to their sinking friendship, the identity of Harry's real father. When I took his life, Mr. Lewis was all bitterness and regret concerning his bad choices and lack of courage. 4,000 XP from this soul. Father Tobias Whitaker, 45 years old, male, also known as Father Whitaker, although this man was never ordinated and had no relation to the church. Mr. Whitaker confronted Skulls the very day he arrived in Whitechapel, and the encounter was the last proof he needed for the city's fall from grace. Convinced that the epidemic and these beasts were a sign of divine Convinced that the epidemic and those beasts were signs of divine retribution, he embarked on a holy war against the impurities of London and relied on one all-powerful weapon, fire. He didn't bother to keep track of the number of victims he immolated as the tally rose rapidly. Mr. Whitaker had a very strict creed of exclusively only burning those that were sick. He showed remorse, if not sadness, when he mistook a healthy citizen for a sick one. His last words were for God, asking that he forgave him for being blind to the true plague of London. Me. You got 5,000 XP from this soul. Mason Swanborough. Mason Swanborough, 30 years old, male, a willing charlatan. Mr. Swanborough's sister, Loretta, had always clung to him with exasperating love. This closeness suffocated them, and it escalated into an explosive argument during which Miss Swanborough shoved her brother away, causing him to dive into a bench. The enraged and shocked face of his sister was the last picture he ever saw. Since then, she became driven by guilt. Frantically following the orders of a blind brother, using his expertise as a chemist, Mr. Swanberg concocted a drug that he would sell as flu medicine to gullible buyers. He saw the elixir as his revenge against the world, condemning people to false hope and disillusion. In the split second of his death, he could see again, and was overwhelmed by a joy that turned quickly to terror when he saw my true nature. 2,500 XP from this all. Alright. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 citizens in Whitechapel left. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 citizens in West End. "21 left to embrace." Then, of course, there's the rest of the story. We're in chapter 5 still, but we're almost to chapter 6 out of 7. 7's more like a, well, no combat as far as I remember. It's just pretty much walk around, explore, read stuff, and then find out the twists and all that kind of stuff. So it'll definitely take me another stream. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to have Jonathan sleep yet, but what I will do is hopefully an autosave gets made when we actually go to his safe house and interact with the workbench. Hopefully that will be enough to create an autosave. Without actually making the rest of the boroughs go hostile. Before I have a chance to actually embrace all the citizens that are left. And then I will reveal what the Wednesday and Thursday game is going to be. Alright, so I see the Y symbol in the top right hand corner, which indicates that autosave has been happening. I'll also have a look at this stuff next time too, as well. Alright, let's do a test. Exit the main menu, reload save, see where it puts me. Excellent, very, very good. Alright, now that I know that I have an autosave that will put me where I'm ending, but also still make sure that things stay the same before I actually have Jonathan go to sleep. I want to thank everyone so much for watching this stream. The next stream that you will see from me will be Detroit Become Human. I'm going to do a playthrough of that game, and that'll be my Wednesday and Friday game, putting into the schedule. I've got a certain approach that I'm going to do, but I'm not going to reveal what the approach is until the stream on Wednesday. So that'll be the next stream that you'll see from me. If you see me streaming Detroit Become Human, then you know it's become Wednesday. Before I end the stream though, I'd like to give some shout outs to some streamers I'd like to recommend. Would like to definitely recommend people check out Amita's channel. He's doing a playthrough of The Witcher 3, a 100% playthrough, no fast travel, no looking at the map. And what was the other thing? No fast travel, no looking at the map. 100%. Yeah. To celebrate the game's 10th anniversary. Also doing a playthrough of Alien Isolation as well. Crocodiles is doing a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Revelations as part of his historical order run. He's doing heaps of different games across all these different franchises in timeline order, and he's currently up to Revelations in that project. Lidus is a big fan of retro games. He's also a big fan of fighting game franchises, especially Mortal Kombat, as well as Street Fighter and Tekken. And Mr. Gote is a streamer of games like Banish's Ghost in New Eden, as well as horror games like Supermassive's Entries, as well as Outlast and Elden Ring. So definitely recommend checking out those streamers if you haven't before. Oh yeah, Mita, that's right. It was no HUD. Yeah, so no HUD, no fast travel, no looking at the map. That's what it was. So very, very ambitious and very, very challenging challenge as well. Mita, nice. You can't wait. You really like that game. Oh, me too, dude. Absolutely. Orochi, thank you for the stream. No trouble at all. Thank you for being here too. Thank you very much. It's such a great game, Detroit Become Human. It's going to be interesting, the playthrough I'm doing. And that's all good for the stream and for the shout out as well, Anita. No worries at all, dude. Thank you, Ave, for the lurking that you were doing. Goddamn, Rod, what CDRPR has completed The Witcher 4 looks amazing. Thanks for the stream. No trouble at all, Ave. And would also like to recommend checking out Ave's channel as well. Ave is a new streamer and is doing a playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077. So definitely recommend checking out Ave's channel as well. And that's cool too, that they've done a great job so far of Witcher 4. It'll be interesting to see how things land when it actually comes out as well. That's all good for the shout out, Ave. Absolutely no trouble at all. Alrighty then, so I'm not going to raid out today, but thanks again everyone for watching the stream. I really do appreciate it a lot. So, the schedule. If you see me streaming Detroit Become Human, that's my Wednesday and Thursday game. Friday, I want to finish off this game. Then on the weekend, it's back to Tomb Raider to do my Leapfrog challenge as well. And then Monday next week, Doom 3, resume that. You're still kind of skeptical for the elephant, or rather Cyberpunk, in the room, but you have hope that they can make it good. Yeah, you never know. Can be hard too as well. There's definitely a lot riding on it. Thank you, Inmitra. I definitely will take care. You too as well, dude. You have a good one too. Thanks again everyone for watching. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and catch you next time.